This is your supermotor, and one of the symptoms that we can have when you get an error message on the screen is that the small pulley here can unwind itself from the block of the motor. And when that happens, you'll get an error on your screen and you know potential motor failure or something similar. And what you need to do is take your cover off of your motor, and first thing is remove your notched belt or a rubber belt if you have it. And this pulley here, and I'm going to take this one all the way out to show you, if it's unwound a bit, you will see that that can unwind and it can come all the way out like that. But when it unwinds, the spring will release as well, because this pulley is what is raising and lowering your drive wheels onto the track. So when you're doing your auto engagement strength, what that's actually doing is rotating, it's that motor there, and it's rotating this pulley a certain number of rotations to then use the belt to rotate this pulley to raise and lower the drive wheel from the track. So if that has come undone, you'll need to drive that back in. So it's quite easy. It's going into that white plastic block. So you must make sure that it is, and there's a spring there as well in between, you must make sure that it's driving in straight. So I've just gently put it into there, but you can put it there, but it's not all the way in. What we need to do is, when you're putting it back in, is compress that spring and then finish driving it in. And when it gets all the way to the base, you can feel that it's firm. You're not going to over tighten it because you're going to strip the thread inside the plastic block, but you're going to have it fairly firm, and so that the spring is fully compressed. Once you have got back together, you can pop your belt on. Some are harder than others, but that one went on quite well. And put it back on the machine. Now, you don't normally need to remove this from your machine before driving that back in, but if this is continually that are holding it onto the bracket, so you're not removing the bracket on your machine with the adjustment screws, just the 2 bolts on the motor that attaches itself to your bracket. But that is the pulley that we're looking at, and that is the one that can unscrew itself. And that's how we drive it back in, but making sure that you compress that spring so it's nice and firm, no gap, and then tighten it down before you put the belt back on. And then test it in and out of manual a few times once you put it back on, and hopefully that will correct the problem.